Where should the best Norwich City players move to next season? Let's talk about that. Hey everyone, in this video, that is FYW. I hope you guys are all doing super well. And as I said in today's video, we will be looking at the top 5 best Norwich City players that are most likely going to move away next season. Now, it is not confirmed that Norwich City will get relegated this season, but sadly it does look very likely, which is a pity because I do like this Norwich City team, and unfortunately that does mean that they probably will lose some of their best players next season. But hopefully they can get quite a bit of money from that and build the team up to be Premier League quality once again. Now, before I get into who the players I have selected are for this video, who I do think will move away and where they should move to, I wanted to announce something quite big, guys. We have recently reached 750 subscribers on this channel, which thank you guys so much. I mean, if you asked me when I started YouTube if I thought or if I think we'll ever reach this goal, I don't know if I would believe you. So thank you guys so much for the support. That also means we are 3/4 of the way to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. And I really do, I'm very passionate about creating videos on YouTube. I spend 5 to 7 hours a day on a video, whether it's research, whether it's recording, whether it's editing. I spend all my time on YouTube because I absolutely love it. Now, I'd love for this to be a career one day, and the only way to make that possible is to help me reach 1,000 subscribers. So please do subscribe if you are not subscribed. Please do share it. That would really help me quite a lot. And please follow Fincross Football on Instagram. That would help me out majorly, so please go ahead and do that. But yeah, at the end of the day, thank you for all support on this channel, and please subscribe if you aren't. I do appreciate every single one of you. So in no particular order, the first player I will be talking about is Buendia. Buendia has had a pretty good season overall for Norwich this season, and he had an amazing season last season in the championship. Last season he got 8 goals and 12 assists in the championship. This season for Norwich he only got 7 assists, which is still pretty good overall, but no goals. Now, I think he should really move to a team that has like a really good quality striker and good players around him. If he goes to a team with quality players around him, I think that he could be a deadly right midfielder. Now, looking at the likes of Buendia, he is only 23 years old, so wherever he moves to, he could spend pretty much a very long time there. He has many years ahead of him. Now, do I think he could move to another Premier League club if Norwich get relegated? Unfortunately, I don't think that he will stay in the Premier League. The teams that need a right midfield the most, look at Bournemouth. If they lose Harry Walton, let's be honest, they probably won't stay in the Premier League, so I can't see him moving to another championship team then if they get relegated. Do I see him moving to a team like Manchester United, who have always wanted another right midfielder? Well, no, because I think United desperately want Sancho, and I don't know if Buendia's the kind of caliber of player United are looking for. Which league do I think Buendia should move to? I personally think he would do really well in La Liga. We of course know from experience that right midfielders do very well in La Liga. And which team do I think he should move to? I think that Buendia, the 23-year-old Argentinian, should move to Real Betis. Now, the reason I believe that is the fact, well, if you look at the likes of Real Betis, currently 13th in La Liga, it is a very good team and they really should do better than that, at least top 10, but genuinely they should compete for like a Europa League spot. Looking at this Real Betis team, they have quality from striker all the way down to defense. And the only position, in my opinion, conveniently, that they do need to get a top quality player in is the right midfield position. That's why I think Buendia would do so well there, because the only player who can really play right midfield at Real Betis is Fekir, and he's even more of an attacking midfielder than a right midfielder, and he has been linked away to either Arsenal or Liverpool. So you know what, Buendia, I think moving to Real Betis would be an absolutely amazing move for you. The second player I have for you in no particular order is going to be Timo Werner. Now, Timo Werner started the season off so strong for Norwich City. 11 goals this Premier League season is very good for him. The 30-year-old, I can definitely see moving away from Norwich if they do get relegated, because he is a top quality striker. Last season in the championship, he got 29 goals and 9 assists. That is so amazing. But you know what? He hasn't scored a goal for Norwich in open play in 6 months. That is not good for a striker of his caliber. And unfortunately, I do think that he will have to move away. But you know what? Because he is 30 years old, because he has had so many good seasons behind him, a league would pay quite a lot to have a player like him. That's why I think he should move to the MLS. 30 years old, I don't see him moving to another big league or another big club. I think that he should move to the likes of the MLS, and specifically I think DC United would be a great fit for him. Now, the reason I think DC United is, well, last season they were 5th in the Eastern Conference in the MLS. I think they've done relatively well, and since they got rid of Wayne Rooney, since they got rid of Wayne Rooney, I do think that they do need another striker. I think Timo Werner could be the man that they do need, and especially because it is the MLS, I think Norwich should really consider a move to like the MLS for Timo Werner, because they would pay quite a lot for him. The third player I have for you guys is probably the best player at Norwich City in my opinion, performance-wise, and it is going to be Todd Cantrell. Now, Todd Cantrell has gotten 6 goals and 2 assists for Norwich this season. In my opinion, he is one of the most promising youngsters in the Premier League. Currently 22 years old, so he has many years ahead of him. And personally, for me as a United fan, watching Manchester United versus Norwich in the FA Cup, I thought Todd Cantrell looked absolutely unstoppable. I've seen a few other Norwich performances this season where Todd Cantrell looks absolutely amazing. And personally, for me, I see Cantrell as a player who could play for a big club. If he had other amazing players around him, I can see him being one of the best players in his position in the future. He does look really so strong. Now, which team do I think he could move to? Well, personally for me, I can see him moving to a team like Manchester City. Now, the reason I can... Why are you making noise? Now, as I said, I think he'll do really well at Manchester City. 6 goals and 2 assists. That's not amazing stats overall. But I mean, at another big club that's actually doing well, he could do relatively well. And Pep Guardiola's Man City have not done that well this Premier League season. And I think it is hugely part of the fact that they did miss Sane in that left midfield position. Therefore, I think that they should go for a player like Cantrell, because Sane has announced that he won't be signing a new contract with Manchester City. Therefore, they do have to replacement. And I think Cantrell is the kind of player that if he had big players around him, he could do relatively well. Now, just sidetracking a tiny bit, what do I think Manchester City should do in terms of replacing David Silva in the attacking midfield position? Obviously, he has been a vital part to Manchester City. Personally, for me, I think they already have the replacements in either the likes of Phil Foden eventually, or even if they just moved Bernardo Silva back to the midfield to an attacking midfield position. I don't think they need to really replace him in terms of buying another player there. I do think though that Todd Cantrell should be bought for Man City, because I mean, lots of years ahead of him and he is young and promising. The second last player I have for you guys, which by the way, if you have been enjoying this list so far, I have put quite a lot of research and thought into this, so please do subscribe if you are enjoying. But yeah, the second last player I have for you guys is going to be Max Aarons, the 20-year-old right back at Norwich, is looking like an absolute future star. Of course, anyone who has watched him has said that, and he has done a solid job for Norwich this season. I mean, looking at him overall, he does look unstoppable, and he really is, in my opinion, a perfect modern-day fullback, and I do think he could be one of the best right backs in the league if he moved to the proper club. 7 big chances created by a right back is very impressive, and that is what he has done this season. Along with 60 crosses, I think that he is a deadly chance creator, and if he had a striker up front, he could really rack up his numbers in terms of assists. Almost what Trent AlexanderArnold does, I think Max Aarons has the potential to do. Now, which club do I think he should move to? This is another shocking one maybe, but I think Arsenal. Yes, as I said, that might be a shock to some of you, but I think he'll do so well at Arsenal. Looking at Arsenal's current right backs, I think they've got Maitland-Niles, who yes, does look promising, but I don't know if he's quite ready to be a starter for them yet. They have Cedric Soares, which, I mean, Max Aarons, in my opinion, is definitely better than Cedric Soares. And they do have Bellerin, who always struggles with injuries, has only gotten 11 Premier League appearances this season. And I do think Max Aarons would genuinely, really comfortably fit into this Arsenal team, as long as they don't waste him and put him on the bench like they have Tierney. Final player I have for you guys is going to be Godfrey in the centre-back position. Now, for this list, I've tried to get a player, you know, everywhere around the pitch. And I think Godfrey, as a centre-back, personally, for me, watching him against United, he was not totally awful. I mean, he's gotten 30 interceptions this season. That isn't bad at all. He's gotten 106 clearances. He's only been dispossessed 4 times. I think he is a very good centre-back, and I do think that he could maybe move somewhere else. It is a pity though, because watching Norwich's defence, it has really fallen apart this Premier League season, but when everyone is fit and ready to go, I think that Norwich's defence can look solid. Now, where do I think Godfrey should go? Well, only 22 years old, once again, like so many of these other players, still very young and many more years ahead of him. I think that he could move to a team like Southampton. Yes, now I know Southampton isn't the biggest club, but personally for me, I think they are one centre back away from being a very, very good team once again. I think Ings is a world-class striker. He has done amazing this Premier League season. At the moment, 18 goals in the Premier League. So, you know what? I don't think they need a new striker. I think they just need to sort out their defense. I think Godfrey would be a solid option to pair him up with Vestergaard. There, I think they have two very good centre-backs, because I do find that Southampton have been struggling ever since they got rid of Yoshida in the centre-back position and he went on loan to Sampdoria. I think Godfrey could really fit in that position, and I think why do I keep saying Sheffield United? And I think Southampton could have a very good centre-back partnership on their hands. So guys, those are the best 5 players at Norwich City that I think are most likely to move. Yes, I know there are many other really good players, but those are the 5 best. Yes, I know you get Lewis in left back position, you get Tim Krul in the goal, you get many great ones, but those are my top 5. Now, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Once again, I've put a lot of effort into this, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Tell me if you disagree or if you have any transfer ideas down below for any of these Norwich players. And yes, please do subscribe to this channel. It helps me out so much. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. There is a RB Leipzig FIFA 20 career mode series video for you guys to watch, and there is a video that YouTube has recommended for you. Once again, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Finn, FYNN. Cheers.